Qwen 3.8 is a new open model with 27 billion parameters. And today I am not going to try to find out whether it can replace Opus or Gemini. In my opinion, comparing them directly isn't really the right approach. I am much more interested in something else. How complex the real-world task be that you can give to a local model of this size, while still being confident that it can handle them. So I prepared several tests, from a very simple project to a complex application with a front-end, back-end and database. And as you will see later, at some point the model really did hit its limit. But I want to remind you that I don't see local models as a complete replacement for paid ones. For me, they are an additional tools for relatively simple and routine tasks, as well as for cases where I don't want my data to leave my computer. So today I want to determine what tasks I can already safely trust Qwen 3.8 with, and what is still better to leave to larger models. By the way, the main computer I am currently working on is a MacBook, but it has only 24 GB of unified memory. And unfortunately, that's not enough to comfortably run today's model. The model does run on it, but it works very slowly, which is clearly not enough for normal use. So I'll be using Qwen 3.8 on my desktop and using it from my MacBook over the local network. On the screen, you can see the specs of this desktop. If you also decide to run Qwen 3.8, the main thing to pay attention to is having a GPU with as much memory as possible. This is the most important parameter for running LLM models. So first I download this model to my desktop. To run the model, I'll be using Ollama, but you can use any other inference tool. For example, LM Studio or llama.cpp, which I also use quite often. Now, just to make sure, I check whether it works. Yes, everything is fine. The model has been downloaded, launched and is working. Now I'll create a separate folder where I run the tests with this model. For the tests, I'll use my repository with a collection of prompts. They are grouped from simple to complex and I run them in that order. By the way, this repository is available on GitHub, so you can download it and experiment with it. As the agent, I'll be using Pi. I really like it because of how minimalistic and extensible it is. And in my opinion, it gives you the most direct access to the model, if I can put it that way. So, for the first test, I'll use a task to create an HTML page with a clock, stopwatch and timer. And I simply ask the model to implement this project. Since this is the easiest task, I won't create any plan and will just ask it to build the project based on the description. Okay, the model has started thinking, and while we're waiting for the result, I'll open a new tab and check how much load actively using this model puts on my desktop. So ignore the graph on the left. It belongs to the integrated GPU, which is not being used right now. The graph on the right shows the load on the dedicated GPU, which is the one running the Qwen model. As you can see, the entire model fits into the GPU memory, and there is still plenty of room left for a large context window. The GPU is fully loaded. Great. Okay, I won't show the entire response generation process, because it may take a while. I'll just tell you at the end how long it took. So, Qwen says that it has finished working on this project. Generating the response and creating the file took it just over 3 minutes. Pretty fast. Okay, let me open the file in the browser and take a look at the result. Well, it looks pretty good. There is clock, a stopwatch and a timer. The buttons work and everything behaves exactly as I expected. It looks like all the functionality works correctly. We can confidently say that Qwen completed this project successfully, so it's time to move on to a more difficult task. And for a more difficult task, I'll use a Pomodoro timer project. There is a reason why this project is one level more complex. It has a hidden difficulty. The timer has several different states, and the app needs to detect them correctly and transition between them properly. Browser notifications also need to work. Analytics and settings need to be saved. And of course, nice animations are also one of the requirements. Usually, for medium complexity tasks that I give to local models, I first create an implementation plan. Then the model follows that plan step by step and implement the project. However, for today's model, I want to make it a bit more challenging and try to implement this task without a plan as well, just based on the description. Let's see if it can handle it. Again, let's quickly check the system load while it is generating the response. Yes, everything looks the same as the first time. The GPU is handling all the load. Excellent. Now we just need to wait for the result. Okay, so Qwen 3.8 says that it has finished. This time, generating the response took twice as long as with the simple task, around 6 minutes. I think it's a good result. Now I open it in the browser. Wow, it looks great. I didn't expect the design to look this good, and apparently everything works. There are no errors. I am very happy that the model managed to do this, literally from the first prompt. To be honest, I didn't expect such a good result. I am impressed. So I think now it's time to move on to an even more difficult task. After today's model handled the first tasks without any problems, I decided to give it a much more difficult assignment. This time I need to create not only the frontend but also the backend. It will also require active work with a database. So the project will be a news feed aggregator. But to make the task even more difficult, I decided that the entry project should be written in the NIM programming language. If you have never heard of this language, that's perfectly fine. Unfortunately, it is still not very popular. However, I really like it, so I experiment with it from time to time. Okay, since trying to implement a project like this with a single prompt would be pointless, I'll organize the work in the following way. I have a project description. First, I'll use the model to create an implementation plan based on it, and then I'll split that plan into separate small tasks. Okay, following this approach, I'll ask the model to create an implementation plan for the project described in the file. So after a few minutes, the plan is ready. First, let me show you the original project description. As I mentioned earlier, it is available on GitHub. And now let's take a look at the plan created by the model. As you can see, it is quite detailed and includes a lot of specifics. At first glance, it looks pretty good. But let's check it with a larger model to make sure everything is correct. For this, I give the project description and the generated plan to OpenAI's newest model, GPT 5.6 Sol. Let's see if there are any flaws in the plan. Yeah, unfortunately, the larger model found 6 critical issues in the proposed plan. Overall, it rated the plan as conceptually good, which is already not bad, but not ready for implementation. Well, it looks like I have found the first limitation of today's model. It is not suitable for complex architecture and project planning tasks, which is basically what I expected considering its size, but it was still interesting to test. Now I want to test it on the kind of task I usually give to models like this, namely the sequential implementation of many clearly defined programming tasks as part of building a project. For this, I refined the implementation plan together with ChatGPT, and I split it into small tasks. Now I simply go through the list of tasks with the model and give them to it one by one. Let's see how well Qwen handled this. So the whole process is finally complete. Overall, it took me around 2 hours. Sometimes I had to correct the model and help it with certain things, but overall it performed very well. Now let's run the application, and I'll show you what we ended up with. But I want to point out that this is more of prototype than a finished application. So, after launching it, the frontend opens successfully. But since I haven't added any sources yet, the page is empty. Let me add a few. Just a reminder that according to the task, the service should support fetching and saving articles from RSS feeds. So, let's go back to the main page. Oh, the articles from the feeds I added have already loaded. That means the backend worked as expected too. Great. I won't go into the project source code in the detail. I'll just upload it to GitHub. And if you are interested, you'll be able to explore it there. But what about the third task? Did the model handle it? In my opinion, yes. Despite the unusual programming language, it successfully completed all the tasks. And in the end, we got a fully working prototype of the service. It includes asynchronous network operations, as well as database work. I think that is an excellent result. The fact that it couldn't design the entire service on its own is completely fine. After all, this is a relatively small model that runs locally. It would be strange to expect the same capabilities from it as from large cloud models. I also want to compare it separately with its predecessor. In my experience, this model is much more capable. In my previous tests, Qwen 3.6 struggled with my medium complexity tasks, and even there, I already had to split the work into smaller tasks. The new Qwen 3.8 handled them without any problems, even from a single prompt, so the progress is obvious. And as a result of today's tests, I can say that I really like the model, and I'll definitely upgrade to it from the previous version. Let me know in the comments if you already tried it, and what your impressions are. And that's all for today. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and to my newsletter, the link in the description. See you soon, take care.